Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Upstate Prepper. You already know. I just want to bring you guys a quick update on what's happening, because things are pretty much escalating pretty fast, and I just feel the need to tell everybody to step up their preps to the high gear. You need to step up your preps. You need to get your things squared away. Well, as we all know, because I know I'm late, everybody already knows that, the whole world knows this, Mr. Trump has been infected with COVID-19. So what does this mean? Probably a lot of people are saying that it's a strategy just to avoid the debates, which I didn't see nobody winning as per se during the debates. All I saw was basically, I don't know, two little kids from elementary school just going at it, That's really what I saw. But I digress on that. So Mr. Trump has been infected with the virus, and also his wife, the First Lady, Melania Trump. But very concerning is, half an hour before Trump announced that he had contracted COVID-19, the Pentagon deployed the two E-6Bs that control all of the nuclear weapons that this country owns, that are under the possession of the United States of America. What does this mean? Does this mean we're going into nuclear war? Not necessarily. But the chance is there, and the potential is escalating by the minute. I see it right now. All the conflict that's going on in the world stage, all these proxy wars that are being fought, Beirut, all these places that keep getting bombed. Those of you who still think that the Beirut incident was just a lab explosion, tanks explosion, whatever, factory explosion, that is not true. That, I believe, is a cover-up, and I've seen footage where you can see the tanks exploding to create a diversion while the missile comes in and really blows everything up, So these two jets are nuclear capable. I don't know if they are armed right now with nuclear weapons in them, but they have the capabilities of carrying not one, but several nuclear weapons, nuclear warheads. Also, these two planes, are the basic command centers and the last resource of the U.S. to deploy nuclear weapons in case there was a nuclear war. So these planes have contact and can keep communication even if the grid is down, even if Washington, D.C. got nuked to ashes. These planes can still deploy nuclear weapons. These planes can still keep communication with submarines miles and miles and miles down underwater in the ocean. They can deploy nuclear weapons from silos. These planes have the capabilities that the nuclear control room in Washington, D.C. has, and probably even more. Now, These planes were deployed by the Pentagon half an hour before Trump announced that he had contracted COVID-19. Why? We don't know. Let's pray that nothing happens, guys. Now, what I'm here to tell you is that you need to kick your preps into high gear. You need to put them into high gear. You need to get your things squared away. You need to get your water. You need to get your food squared away. You need to get your bug out bag squared away. Get your guns lubed up. Get everything you need and have it. Have it there. If the potential for a nuke is real, the only people who are going to be able to survive a nuclear fallout is those who are prepared, completely prepared, with full gas mask and, hazmat suits and whatnot. And those who are 3,000 feet above sea level. If you're not 3,000 feet above sea level, you're most likely gonna catch radiation poisoning if you're not prepared. I don't want to see none of my peoples suffer. The more people that I can turn into preppers, the less people that are going to be suffering out there. The less people who are going to become looters and marauders and are going to be killing people for a can of food. We've seen it happening. We've seen it happening in Katrina. Katrina is a perfect example of that perfect storm, that civil unrest, that people who had preps during Katrina were robbed, killed, shot for their preps during this period of time. Martial law came down hard, and there are reports to this day that say that even law enforcement who was going around enforcing the martial law were taking people's preps and stuff like that, I tell you, that's a hill I die on, man. But I digress. Now, what I really want to say is we need to kick all these preps into high gear. We need to have our water filtration squared away. We need to have our preps squared away. We need to have our bug out bags full and ready to go at a moment's notice. We need to have our cars checked out, oil change. Make sure your brakes work. Make sure your tires have enough air so you don't catch a flat. Make sure your spare tire is good and has air. Make sure you can change a flat in a moment's notice, a jack, everything else, have your cars prepped up already. Those of you who have bug out cars or trucks or whatnot, those of you who don't can still prep your cars somewhat to try to avoid some of the situations. That being said, stay safe. I will be on tonight. The streams, the live feeds are becoming harder and harder to find. Not because of people not doing it, but because social media outlets are blocking them, and they're blocking people like us from tapping into these feeds and streaming them to our own viewers. So yeah, if I find any good feeds to bring to you guys, I will do so. Wow, I mean, things are escalating. The potential for nuclear war, for world war is there. It's been there. And it just keeps escalating over time. And it's gotten to the point where, it's escalating by the minute. And, those of you who think I'm fear-mongering or whatnot, hey, come at me, whatever. I don't care. Leave it in the comments below. I really don't care. I just want to make people into preppers, I want to turn all of you who are not prepared, who don't know anything about prepping, who are seeing all of this incidents happen throughout the world, and don't know what to make of it. You know, don't make nothing of it. Don't get scared. You know, every situation has a beginning and an ending, and you know, it's very simple. Is don't get overwhelmed with prepping. You know, you just need basic survival skills, and make sure you hone those, like making fire, primitive fire. You know, make sure you know how to do that. Fire is such an important thing. You know, you cannot cook without fire. You cannot heat yourself up without fire. If you don't know how to make fire when your big lighter runs out, what are you gonna do? You know, start practicing now. It takes hundreds, probably thousands. Some people try to make primitive fire for thousands of times before they actually can get it. You know, so take all of that into consideration. You know. That being said, I will try my best to be on tonight, and hopefully we could have a really nice conversation, some real SHTF talk. And I'm gonna go and try to prep right now to bring you guys some of the stuff that we need, indeed, if there was the potential for nuclear disaster, like gas masks, hazmat suits. You know, you buy a hazmat suit and people think, wow, you're crazy. Well, guess what, buddy? The potential has been there, and it just looks like now it can happen. I'll try to be on tonight. I can answer as many questions as I can from the stuff that I know, and the stuff that I don't know, I will tell you I don't know, and I will gladly send you out to another channel, another prepping channel that knows probably a lot more than me. You know, I'm not the type of prepper who is obsessed with stockpiling shit. I'm the type of prepper who's obsessed with having the skills here. You know, I know how to adapt and overcome, you know, and that's what we all need to know. It's proven that every person who has survived an SHTF scenario is because they are able to adapt and overcome the situation. You know, you need to be able to work with what you got and make something happen from nothing. You know, that's what prepping is all about. Prepping is about solving problems, not about putting bumps on the road. You know, it's about sharing knowledge and helping each other out. You know, it's not about saying, oh, I know more than you, or you know more than me, or whatnot, and having that discussion. That I really don't care about. You know, I care about people not suffering. I care about those of you. I care more about those of you who don't prep than those of you who do prep, because preppers, we're gonna do what we do. But those of you who don't prep will suffer when the shit hits the fan. And I don't want to see that. You know, I don't want to see you guys turning into marauders or murderers just so you could feed your family. You know, that being said, be safe, stay smart, and stay frosty. No, I said it wrong. Be safe, move smart, stay frosty. All right, guys? So until tonight, I will be on tonight. I will do my best to be on tonight. Please come in and let's have some SHTF talk. Let's come hang out. You know I'm always late. I'm sorry about that, guys. But today's Friday. You know, let's get on the chat. Let's have a couple beers, and let's enjoy the time and share knowledge and talk to each other and be safe with each other. So until then, Upstate Prepper out.